Oh my lantern.
Oh my snookums. Oh my snookums. Snookums. We're live.
We are live.
All right, we are live, folks, here on the Dob And Wayno Show, Sunday, April 6th, 6 o'clock. Thanks for joining us if you're joining us. Hold on a second. I got to put something out. Something on the old phone. Sent. All right.
Is that Ralphie boy?
No, I sent that to him. Anywho,
Ralphie's probably at
Ralph's
Texas
probably at
Roadhouse.
Texas Roadhouse having another meal. Texas Roadhouse or Applebee's. Like two of his favorite place. Like me and that family, I don't eat home much. But anyway, it's another story for another show.
Where to eat?
Where to eat. We'll do a show some night. Where to eat.
BK.
Starring Ralph Parks.
BK, have it your way.
Don't want that show. Just for those that care, I am 1 month into taking Ozempic for my sugar, and I am about 12 or 13 pounds down. And the sugar is down from 200 to 102. Checked it this morning. So all systems are go on the Ozempic world, which has not. Well, like I said, this ain't just sports. We talk about all of the life histories, what's going on in America. I know. Getting to that before we get into the sports. I know a lot of people are. My son and I talked about it a little this morning when we were at breakfast and stuff. Stock market's going like this right now, but that's not. It's going to take a little bit of a dump for now. It will come back. It will bounce back. For all those people that think Trump's causing this, it's not. Before everything gets in place and he gets things straightened around and signed and done and this and that, this tariff thing gets taken care of, whatever, then everybody's panicking, so they're pulling their money, is what we think. What kind of think then? Like Ryan said, they're probably pulling their money out, pulling this out, or panicking. Staying for it the long haul, people, because it will go back up. It'll probably take a pretty good swing. You hope. We don't know, but I'm not fearing that it's going to be like this for 4 years or so that he's in now. So hang in there. I'm no financial wizard, but I know when many people panic, sometimes take it out and stuff goes up. Wish I left it in me. But it is a chance to take.
I haven't looked too much into it, but just from what I have been seeing about the tariffs and everything,
Right.
we have to pay them.
Right. Yes.
To other countries. So why is it such a big deal that now we're saying the hell with it, and now we want them to start paying their fair share?
Yeah. Right. I mean, I just don't think how people don't understand that part of it. You think we're just supposed to let them charge the crap out of us when we want to import goods in, and we're not supposed to do the same? Or I don't understand the American mentality sometimes. They seem to falter with that. But anyway, like I said, I'm like Wayne. I'm not the real political analyst guy. I don't really know, but it seems to be you just got to wait it out. He's been in office, what, 4 months? Well, it won't be 4 months till after April,
right
into May. But just a lot of things got to get done. You got to take it over, change things. It doesn't. When you change things, it doesn't immediately go from stock market was equal then. Now we're making 1,000 points of debt. It ain't going to happen like that, but it will. It will climb back up. It will get to where it's going in the green. On another note, as we shift gears to baseball right now, since we're in baseball season, Phillies swept. No, they didn't sweep. My bad. Phillies took the series from the Dodgers. What, 2 games out of 3?
Mm-hmm.
2 out of 3 games. Won today. Came back to do it. Had a lead. Had a good lead. Starting pitching was good. Kept Ohtani off the bases most of the time. The Hernandez guy killed us. This guy, oh my gosh, nobody could get him out. But I think the pitcher that hurt the Phillies. I always get roused by my son about my guy that comes in, but even though he gave up the hit, it wasn't his fault if Romano didn't walk those 2 batters. Romano came in and walked the first 2 guys he faced.
Yeah.
So them guys are on base, and if they hadn't been on there and he'd have done his job and got 2 outs, well, we wouldn't have seen these runs that they scored then. So Berkman did give up a hit, and at that point the guys were on were they on first, second, and third, or second, third? I forget. And the guy, they came in and scored one. Then they tied it. Then they took the lead from us. We came back and ended up tying it, and then getting the winning run to go ahead. And what's his name? Strom came in, pitched a shutout, scoreless inning, and Alvarado came in the ninth and closed it out.
Yeah, he's doing good too.
He's been doing good. Yeah, he's had a couple little struggles as far as getting the ball across the plate when he throws that hard 101 mile an hour pitch. Seems like he's had a little problem with placement, but he was okay today. He was all right.
Nola,
yeah,
keeps giving up that long ball.
Our second probably pitcher as far as the rotation goes, being Wheels is one, and Nola's number two guy. Man, he's given up. Is that 4 home runs in the 2 games he's played?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's killing him. Long ball kills him. It seems like he's all right. He's doing okay, and he gives up a home run. Then he falters a little, and either smooths it out, or he don't get it back. I just don't know what it is with him.
But Bill always seems like when he's pitching, he never gets no help from his bat.
And you know who that my dad could tell you if he was here who that was back in the day. Not all the time, because Steve Carlton had that one good year. I remember the year he went 27-9.
Yeah,
Carlton, and at 2-point-something ERA, whatever it was. But there was times when him, and when we had Rick Wise, my dad would say, every time he pitches a good game, the Phillies don't get him no runs. He gets no help, no support, and he has a game, or if he does, he has to win a game 1-0. Or 2-1. He gives up a run or something, and we have to win. Sometimes, and then he lost a lot. I really think Steve lost some games that year that we didn't get him runs because he could have won 30 games. I as a kid when he did that, I forget what year that was. We could look it up, but 27-9, and he was lights out, dude, and a strikeout pitcher he is too. It was a strikeout pitcher. He wasn't just ground ball, fly ball, yeah, but he could pitch 7, 8, 9 strikeouts a game. He was that kind of a guy.
Yeah, Nola's given up 4 long balls, and Philly starting pitching has given up 15 long balls.
Yes, with bad. Overall, they all have given up their share of the home run ball, but Nola's the worst for of us.
And I know it's early and we're picking on him, but
it's early.
Carrying over from last year.
We say that. That's what we say. That's kind of wrong. And what else is carrying over from last year that we say?
No bats.
No bats, leaving runners on base all the time. Left the bases loaded today. Left second and third, no outs. Today didn't get a run.
That's happened all this whole series.
And this is just what I told my son. I said, carries over. He goes, yep, it's carried over from last year. I haven't seen anything different. What do they rely on to get runs? The long ball.
Yep.
And did they do it today? Yeah, Cassie hit a grand slam. Take 4 runs off of our score. What's the score? 7-4. Them. So if we don't get the long ball, sometimes we don't win games. It's nice to get the long ball. Don't get me wrong. I still talk about playing more small ball and getting more base hits. And there again, guys on base, you should be knocking them in, Wayno. When you got second and third and no outs, all you have to do is have a pretty good long fly ball. It doesn't have to go out of the park. And you got that guy on third is going to score.
Yeah.
That's 1 run. And there's still only 1 out, and the man on second will go to third. So situational hitting. That's what I call situational hitting. Getting that.
And they still have piss poor base running.
At Tom, I mean, they're
Harper, he got lucky today.
They do at times. There's times I think we steal some bases and do some things right that way.
But
I mean, there's some other.
When Harper hits, he just keeps on running. I know he's trying to get a double.
Right.
He runs into too many outs.
Right, but he got on today. Right, he got 2.
Yeah, he got on today.
Get out. Yeah, I know the one you're talking about. The other day, Ryan goes, "That was a nice single," and he goes, "Try to get a double," and the guy had him dead to rights. Yeah. Had him waiting for him. So yeah, you kind of need. I get it. Kind of need. He's a hustler. But that doesn't make it right. I don't. Unless you really know you're going to make that, you're really going to make it, then you shouldn't do it. You should stop, make that big turn, go way out there, and then come back and stop and say nope.
The reason why I think it's a problem is because it's a carryover from the playoffs, because he did that in the playoffs a couple times.
Just trying to get something started. But I know what you mean. He did do that. Yes.
And back to Castellanos.
Right.
He's got 8 career grand slams, counting the one today.
Right.
And it's his first as a Philly.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He's been swinging the bat pretty good so far this year. He's off to a decent start.
And that one was
Soch again. It's a couple hits again today. I missed it. They had him in there playing third, and he got
he
got
almost
2
got.
hits.
Did you see that one where he almost got drilled?
Yes, I did see that. Yeah.
Like they said on TV, I have no clue how the hell.
But I'm saying you don't have him in the lineup. You got Marsh in the lineup doing nothing, and Socha's on the bench.
We have a call.
Kim. And then you bring him in, and he gets a hit, or Socha would too.
Hello, welcome to the Dob And Wayno Show. We're doing the show.
What are we supposed to be doing?
Kidding, I got watched on the big screen TV.
Oh, let's give her a warm welcome.
Well, let's give. What are we doing? I don't even know what I'm doing in my own living room. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh. Yeah, did you watch that?
Did you see that?
No, you missed it.
I see your finger.
We're pretty quick. I was just scratching myself. I'm just scratching my beard, but.
So we're only on for an hour, so we're
make it quick because we got
like
hey, look, the
minutes.
call board's lighting up. I got to put these people on hold.
Make it quick. All right. I just wanted to say you haven't said a word about my Schwar bomber.
Why? Why? What's up?
I don't know. I just love him. He's the best Billy in the world.
He's a good one. He ain't the best, but I like him. Don't get me wrong, Ken. I'm not saying he's the best. To you guys, hey, look, I know somebody loves JT Realmuto. Well, JT's a great catcher, but his bat's a little bit on the sour side.
Right, his batting's been good this past series.
The last game or so, he started off pretty. You can't just take that. You can't just say, "Oh, he got 3 or 4 hits," and they say, "Well, that's his average was down like below 200 there for a little bit." So it's not. He's up now because you said of the series. I don't know what he's got.
People weren't liking Bohm either, but that was my mom's favorite Billy. Well,
right.
Her recent favorite Billy.
Boehmer's all right. He just struggles at times. I don't know. I feel like there's something inside this guy that's just ready to be unleashed, and he could be a 300 hitter and just be smoke. I just see it. There's so much potential with him, I guess, is what I'm getting at. I just feel like he doesn't. There's things and you can tell he gets frustrated. He's his worst enemy because when you get anybody get frustrated, it's not good. That's the one thing about Harper. Harper can suck all he wants, but you don't see him let it get to him. He doesn't make it, and that's what you got to keep doing until your back comes around or whatever. Because Harper's great in the field. He's fine at fielding his position. He's good. But right now, he is definitely struggling. Now he got 2 hits today, so don't count what I'm saying for overall. Come in today, and that's what he needs. He's got to have a couple 2-hit games here and there. Keep coming, and then you're going to see the ball start flying. I think with him as far as that goes. But Casty, hey, hats off to him for the Grand Slammer. I did get to see it. I didn't watch the whole game, but I did get to see that one.
I didn't get to watch the game today either. We were coming back from Wildwood.
Yeah, I watched. Okay, I watched most of it, but I missed a little bit of the beginning part of it. But hey, it is what it is. We're still, like Wayno and I just said, and my son and I have talked about it. They carried over from the last year so far. They're still leaving way too many men on base and not getting guys in. Bases loaded and no outs. 1 out, I think at that point there was. They didn't get nothing. Second and third, no outs. They didn't get a run. They didn't get nothing that in because my son-in-law and I are sitting there watching. Like, I looked right at Adam and said, nothing. Got nothing out. All you needed was a fly ball. You need pretty long, not a pop-up, but a fly ball out in left gap center and caught. And there's a run scored, a man on third, and only 1 out, and a run come in. You didn't get it. So the Phillies got to get a little bit better at. And I know it's early. Wayno and I always have to say that because you do the shows early in the season. It's different when you do them in August. And they're still doing it if they are. Let's hope they're not. But situational hitting. That's called situational hitting. What's the situation? I need a fly ball out of you, bud. Knock it out there. Let them catch it. Run scores. If you're getting stuff like that, or you're getting somebody to ground to the right side of the infield and somebody's on third, run scores. You got to do those things. So hopefully get better at that, Kim. That's all I'm kind of pushing a little bit is, it's early. We're 7-2. Hey, can't knock the record. Both of LA's losses are from us, so I'm happy. Yes, I don't want to be negative, Keith, on this, but I do want to say there's plenty of room for improvement.
Yeah. These are the bands. These
and this
bands.
You were talking about Castellanos.
Huh?
Talking about his grand slams and stuff. It's got to be the number that he wears that gives him luck.
Oh, okay. What is his? I forget what his number is.
He's number 8.
Oh, okay. He's got 8 grand slams in his career. Isn't that what you said?
Yeah.
He's got 8 career grand slams, and that's his first one with us.
So he'll get no more.
Shane Victorino was number 8, and he had grand slams too.
My God,
Oh my God, this one's well. Here we are talking nostalgia with this one.
She's hot on.
We're only going to give the players that she likes.
She likes Victorino. Victorino.
The Flying Hawaiian. You didn't like him, Wayno, or you did?
Mets fan. Oh,
you then.
It's funny.
Oh, that's right.
When we were at the show, there was a guy selling trailers, and he looked exactly like Shane Victorino, but I should have taken a picture of him.
Did you buy the camper?
No, we didn't, but we found something we liked. Oh, and there was another dude there. His name was Jonathan Thomas.
Shit.
Jonathan Thomas.
I said, I won't forget your name.
Well, you buying a camper? You got something you like?
Well, we found the size that we eventually want to get. We got to get something big enough to make sure we can put the 2 Beagles kennels in and Ruiz's kennel in.
Yeah, you do need something big then for that. Good Lord.
Yeah, 2 Beagles and a Dachshund.
Yeah, Dachshund and 2.
Right. So you're getting something, a pull behind thing or a RV?
Yeah, a pull behind thing.
Pull behind. You're going to pull like a trailer. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but we probably won't do that for probably a year or so.
Right.
Just trying to get an idea of what to get. We'll probably rent one first before we buy.
That's cool. Try something out, see if you like it. Or, absolutely, yep. My son's got a nice one. I forget how long his is. I mean, they back it in the driveway. It goes from the house clear to the road almost. So it's got to be a
long one.
30, 10, 20, 30 footer maybe or something. I don't know. I'd have to ask him.
What size were we looking at, babe?
30, 32. I can't remember what Ryan's is.
The one that we were looking at was 27.
Okay. Yeah. But it might be, it's got to be 30. I'm thinking 30 feet on it. It's got 2 slide outs. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice. He's had it for a few years now.
That's one of the things me and Tammy don't disagree on that a lot of things, but campers is one of them. She likes a 10 by 10. I want an 80 footer, man.
Yeah. Well, if I'm going to be in something, you want a little more space. You don't want to be. Yeah. Even somebody says, "How often are you in it?" Trust me, you're in it enough. It's not like a hotel room you go on vacation. You're in that. You're in and out of that thing. If it's weather's bad, where are you going to be? If it's raining, right. Are you going to take a ride out for 3 or 4 hours every day, or go up to the playroom and at the campgrounds and stay? No, you're going to be in your trailers, your campers. So you got to have something. You want to be cooped up. You know.
We were in one. We walked through one that was like a bus.
Yeah, I've seen plenty on my phone on Instagram.
Oh my gosh!
Wow. I fall in love with a couple of them big, long-looking luxury.
Oh my God, it was gorgeous. You could live in it like all year round. It was so nice. It had a full bath, and a half.
Yeah. You could definitely live in them things. Yeah.
Oh,
there are some nice ones out there.
Yeah.
There are some nice ones, but
the Phillies used to be named the Quakers.
Oh, did they?
Yes.
Is that one of our true? That's one of our things you wrote down.
Got some history stuff.
Let's hear a little bit of history since we've done talking about the winning the series and everything. So,
if I remember correctly, this is before this season started. The Phillies have won 21,648 games since they've been in existence.
Right. From the start of
they were called the Quakers from 1883 to 1889. Then that's when they switched everyone called the Phillies.
To the Phillies. Okay. And this is also the 4th straight series they beat the Dodgers too, by the way. They beat them in the playoffs before, and not in the World Series, but the series is before and the year before. So it came up on the TV at the end of the
and also didn't they
4 straight series is against them that we've
openings here or something like that. I can't remember that. You're right, Dad.
I can't. I didn't remember when and the time. It didn't give me the year and the time at all. It just said 4 straight. But they've also won. So this is only the 11th time in team history that they've won whatever series games starting the season. Whatever, I forget how that went. So 11.
Oh, taking 3. That's what I was
Taking
trying
3
to
series
Series.
in the beginning of a season.
Yeah,
It's the only the 11th time
11th
they've ever
time.
done that in the history. Of
that's what I was trying to
that.
get at.
Okay, that one. Yes, and then below that it came and it said 4 straight against the Dodgers after they said that one.
Okay.
4 straight series. It had nothing to do with that record though.
I sent you a text, Wayne.
Oh, you're on the phone, so I can't get it right in a second.
No. Well, when
the
I
other
get off
piece.
the phone with you, you'll have to look at your text. I bought a new jersey.
Okay.
Not one of them blue ones, right?
No.
Not the. I don't like the Friday jerseys.
No, I don't like
Yeah.
that. Ryan's got one this color. This here.
No, I like that.
That's the color he's
I want
got.
them to go back to that.
Yeah, he's got that, and his hat's maroon and that color there. Look, good looking hat.
Like
yeah, I'm
that.
not a big fan of the Friday night. Yeah, like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. I'm not.
We got our Schwarber jerseys are the Friday night ones.
Yeah, I mean it's okay. They're different.
Yeah.
I get it.
Shitty
Not
shirt
everybody.
for a shitty batter.
If I
Oh,
Just
my
kidding.
next the jersey that I bought in honor of my mom.
oh, cool. All right. Well, that is not. Last week we dedicated the show to.
Yeah, I watched it on Monday at work.
That's what I told Wayno I wanted to do. I said, the first one goes to your mom, as far as And it was tough getting through, wasn't it, Bob? It wasn't an easy for you, even me, talking about some things that she used to talk about with us that made me kind of, a little misty at a point. It's hard. It's not easy because we did talk to her about a lot of different things.
Man.
Horse racing, mostly horse racing too, and the Phillies. Well, we talked about the Eagles. Don't get me wrong, but she's a bigger Philly fan, baseball. In a sense, I think she talks more about the Phillies and baseball than she did the Eagles. We did talk about them. Don't misunderstand me. But
she hates her.
Does she?
She mostly bagged on him.
She wasn't big with Hertzie, but I think what I miss kind of the most with her is that when we used to talk about something, it would be funny between you and me, and we'd get her laughing. And her laugh was kind of infectious. It made you you hear her cracking up, and it just made you laugh and smile.
I like bringing politics up to Jimmy.
I mean, we had different things we brought up with Jimmy. We could hear him in the background a lot of times, and I'm hoping Jimmy will call in. I know, it's early yet still from him, so maybe down the road, a couple of weeks or so from here now, we'll get a hold of Jimmy to call us, and so we can talk to him about horse racing and when the races come up and the 3 major ones, and when he used to go to Sarasota with Mom, that kind of stuff. So,
we're still gonna go to Delaware Park to watch the Kentucky Derby, aren't we, Wayne?
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to ask Keith yet because we just.
Keith, you want to go to Delaware Park to watch the Kentucky Derby?
I could, yeah. What's the date on the Derby?
May 3rd.
May 3rd.
Oh, wait a minute, something else. Darn it! What the freak? Hold it. I think I'm.
Well, we can't change the date of the Derby.
I know, so I probably won't be going. Is what I mean. What I'm saying. Let me see. I think I'm going to the Phillies game that day, and somebody bought my ticket as my birthday present, which I didn't know. Ocean Wednesday. Yep, May 3rd. Alex is.
Well, you can't. You have to. If it was a birthday gift, you got to go.
Yeah, I know. No, that's what I'm saying. I know. I'm just saying that's when I wanted to make sure that was the date. I just scrolled like that.
What are you saying? He can only go because it's his birthday?
What?
No.
No, she means I'm not going to tell these people.
He would have to sell. He would have to sell the ticket if it wasn't a birthday gift.
Right,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's birthday gift.
So you're saying he can't go, but he can go because it's his birthday.
The 6:05.
That's right.
I knew when I heard that date. I'm like, oh, darn, that date all of a sudden is familiar. And they just told me this yesterday. They said, well, we're going to give it to you as your birthday gift. Oh,
my gosh.
So, earthquake?
Who's throwing Phillies at us?
What the hell's going on here, Lippy?
That was Mom whacking the pillow off the back of the couch.
That's probably right. She's probably like, you guys stop talking about that now, darn it. So that sucks. I kind of like to go on there too and done that. That would have been fun. I've done a couple of horse things at Delaware Park before. I actually watched some of the races that they have there the last time. I went with Ralph. Ralph Park's a big horse guy.
Okay.
They place bets and do all that kind of stuff. And I did that day too, but I didn't win anything. But I just did a couple bucks here and there on some different ones. But it would be neat to go watch it from there. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Kim. We're gonna
All
get off here.
right,
We got some
I'll
other
let you
things to
guys
talk
go.
Well, all right, Kimmy, thanks for calling in.
You're
Yeah, thanks
welcome.
for
Love you
calling.
guys.
Love you
Love
too.
you too, man. I mean,
Bye.
girl.
Bye.
Man. Love you, man.
Love you.
Nope. I cut
Cutting her off. She's like, oh, excuse me. Cut me the fuck off. That's my brother. He's a damn.
Let's see here what that. Oh, that's cool.
Will do. Been watching. Kylie said, thank you, dear, for watching. All right, get the phone out. I like to see my
That's the one they
face.
got.
I don't like your stuff up there. Who
That's
got
the
that?
jersey.
Oh, that's the one. Okay, hold on. Oh, I like that. That's different. The Fanatic Philly shirt. Yeah.
Probably
Don't
can't
look
see
like
it.
they can see it. Nah.
I'll post it on the
You'd
page.
have to. Yeah, you can't see it, but yeah, Kylie's watching. I don't know what Ralph's doing. He'll say, oh, we were out to dinner. He ain't got back
God
yet.
damn, man. Ooh.
And Joy usually, I sent it to her. Well, she hasn't. Jeez. See you later, people. We ain't talking to you no more. You can't bother watching the show. So good series with the Phillies. Now, who do we play next? We should look at
Braves.
Braves. Okay. Well, that's good. We'll be able to take advantage of that. They were 0-7. Oh no, they did finally win their first game. They were 0-7 the other night, and then finally won their first ball game. The Braves did. So, but they're really not too good this year. I don't know what their deal. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, they got that. Put that Phillies Fanatic on there because that was my mom's favorite.
Okay, mom's favorite. Yeah, the finale. Oh, that's nice. That's a pretty good little tribute to mom. That day they're 1-8. We're 7-2. Zach Wheeler will be going against Chris Sale, and that is on April 8th.
All right, let's move on, you pancake.
So that's Tuesday. That's Tuesday. Oh, I watched that whole thing again the other night.
The movie?
I watched it all. You did too?
Yeah, no, I watched that work.
Oh, just that because
Friday.
that clip comes up in the beginning of a trailer, and it says, he goes, "I'll time me pancake longer," and then I like when he says, "Stay with me on planet Earth." Yeah, because he wanted all of his picks.
Oh God!
You got to watch the whole thing, dude.
I did. I watched the whole.
Oh, you got the whole movie.
I wrote that. I wrote that down because I was laughing my butt off when he said it.
Yeah. But you like it? The movie was good, wasn't it? It really keeps your interest in it.
It was.
To think that draft things can be like that for these guys. That's how things could get done, or how
the owner wanted to kill him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. His owner hated it. Anthony, he does this. Anthony, just give me 5 minutes and then you can fire me. And after that 5 minutes, Anthony looked at him when it was all said and done. He goes, Sonny. He goes, Sonny, you got some set of balls. And he said, congratulations. But before that, he did. He goes, where's he at? I'm going to kill him. But it's a great movie.
Like Hallie, man.
We're talking about the movie Draft Day with Kevin Costner. And what was her name? His girlfriend. She's a star. I can't think of her name, but she's, darn it. I ain't good at remembering these. And just you bringing it up, I wasn't really thinking.
I was too busy eating my mom
to mention it. But it's a great movie about Draft Day. Talk about the actual teams and players, and the guy makes Kevin Costner makes a bum move to get rid of first round picks to get a guy he could have gotten the seventh round.
First 3 rounds.
He gave away 3 first rounders.
Yeah, it was
to get Mac. Then he got him back to get and gave what's his name the quarterback that they didn't really want because remember he didn't go to his friend's party and everything.
Yeah,
or his party. His friends didn't go to his party
too, right?
Yeah, and he got rid of second
round picks, and then he got his first picks back. Oh God!
Yeah, so he got him back, and it's real. If you've never seen it, of course, people on here might, if nobody watched it, but if they were, if I said we've seen it, but it's an old movie. I like it. I like that kind of movie.
I'm glad you told me about it. I knew about it. I'm glad you kept reminding me.
Yeah, it's just something. But when it was on the other night, I was flipping through. Oh no, it was on Netflix, and I was going through, and you know, hey, you get what you want. It says movies for you, kind of a thing. It's going like this. They're clicking by. I'm like, whoa, Draft Day. I said, I wasn't doing anything. As far as TV, when I went right and put it on, and watched the whole thing.
That's why I said
that was Friday night. I watched it.
So we did watch the same night.
I watched it Friday night
because I was like, you know what? I gotta. When he said that, I was like, I gotta write that down. So I remember.
Pancake eating. It's such a
pancake eating that mouth.
Yeah. We better keep it a little clean here, but I like when he says, "Stay with me on planet Earth, Tom." I'm not because Tom said, "I want your 4 number 1 picks for the next 4 years. Your 4. Stay with me on planet Earth." Then he puts him on hold and comes back and says, "Up, That deal's off the table. We live in a whole different world now that we did 30 seconds ago.
Yeah.
He just handled everything so good. Got all the picks. They did get some good people, good picks. But I like how they say Cleveland Super Bowl, Super Bowl. So good Lord, Cleveland got a long way to go before they can go to a Super Bowl. Trust me.
And that kind of made me think of the Eagles too when they were doing that Super Bowl thing, because it seems like every time the Eagles would make a move, everybody say, "Oh man, we got this player. Now we're going to the Super Bowl." Like,
Super Bowl.
calm down.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Now I'm gonna be saying, "Come back to planet Earth here. Stay on planet Earth."
Yeah, right. Stay on planet Earth, people. All right, what else we got here to touch on a little bit?
Done.
So otherwise, football too. Other than that, there hasn't been anything recent. I mean, I'm sure they're just working on other things before draft, which is what's our draft day again? Do you remember the actual draft day? That now that we're talking about
I
that,
don't have Adam here.
I think here. Let me go to my phone real quick, peeps. Because I know when I just see the calendar, I'll know it. Where's the calculator? So go ahead and shout. It will
the Sixers haven't won a game since our last show. Of course, we all know that.
Right. April 24th, 5th, and 6th. 24th, 25th, and 26th is the draft.
God, I wish it was still on Friday.
Oh, okay. I know what I haven't touched on. Yeah, we'll get to it. Yeah, the Sixers they're need to tank now and just go as crappy as they can, because they got like 8 guys that are on the injured list, and about 5 of those 8 are starters. It's been that way for a while. I'm just saying. Embiid, Maxey, Paul George, just Oubre, Kelly Oubre, and he was good. He's a youngster. Yeah, I don't know how everybody gets hurt like that on the whole team. How did you just lose 5 starters?
I think the same way we talk when we talk football. They don't, in the off season, they don't do nothing. They just sit around and get fat. They don't.
I wonder the conditioning. Yeah, because these kind of injuries are conditioning
I don't know if
injuries.
that's true. That's just.
Well, no, I'm not saying what you're saying is true either, but I agree with the conditioning part of it, dude. I don't know.
Oh man, we made the big screen.
Damn. Big time.
I'll put that on there.
So that's with hockey. And that's not it. I'm just saying that for hockey. For basketball. I'm whack. I haven't ate tonight yet. I'm need to get some food in me as soon as the show's over.
I do have something on Embiid though. He is the only. I got contacts, so I get contacts so I can see, but now I got to wear readers all the time.
Oh God, I can't do this one.
Embiid is the only MVP in the NBA to never get past the second round of the playoffs.
Okay.
Being an MVP and never got past the second round.
Yeah. It's a shame because when he had a couple good years when you thought they won the first round, they didn't get past the second round. Then they won the first round another year, they didn't get past the second round. Those years were good years with him. He scored 30-some points. He won the MVP. What else around him did we need to do to make it can't just be him. So he had good years. But I did notice when he got into the playoffs that he lacked a few things and he wasn't the guy he was during the year. He didn't either they doubled him up or something. He didn't score. And his defense he just wasn't with it as much as you think he should be.
Well, they tried to pair him up with that one guy. What's that guy that we could have won that one playoff game and then he wouldn't take a shot.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Hey, Al, what's up? Nothing.
So food frozen.
You're live on YouTube right now.
Oh, are we?
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Oh, at your house? I'll swing by.
Take it over to your house.
I can swing by and pick it up after the show. I get done. We're done at 7. So I'll do that. If you were watching us, you'd know we was on.
Which?
Okay.
All right.
That's
plenty of time to put the show on now. So you're home.
That's the number one excuse.
We still got 30 minutes. Put it on.
All right, buddy. I'll talk to you later. All right, man. Hey.
Hey.
What?
The
The ABN team.
Her team, I heard that's the best.
I'm telling
Oh,
you,
that team.
that's the best company in the whole world.
I heard the moonshine at your house last night was the best.
Absolutely, cotton candy. Hello.
Next Saturday, right?
Next Saturday? Nope, won't be here. So sorry.
I thought well, who's doing left, right, center? Are you talking about doing that down the campground?
Think down the campground or next time we have it at the house.
All right, Sid, I'm tired of this.
So,
All banged up. What the hell happened? Yeah.
yeah, we got campground opening.
My God, I'm bleeding all over.
Campground opening. There you go.
I know. I won't see my Al and Helen are winter friends. So we don't see them in the summertime.
You can see us all the time, every weekend when you come down to visit.
I know. I'm gonna work on that.
Bring your swimsuit. We're going to the beach. We're going to the lake. We're going to the pool. And we're going golf cart riding, and then you're going to sing.
All right. Well, unless you got something good to say on the show about what we're talking about, we're going to have to let you go here because
Yeah.
the call board's lighting up. We got a lot of calls coming in. So
Okay,
All right.
go team. Hi.
Hi.
I'm messing too. You got to tell her I was messing with her. She knows. She probably think that Keith's a mouthy something. When you go to pick up the stuff, tell her, and I'm not at. Oh, he's got me down in Valley again. He's probably going to have me there all week long, so you don't have to pay overtime.
I think you know what? I think Burns got in his butt.
I did, and he's
about giving
afraid.
me all that overtime
I think he's afraid of me, and he's afraid of Burns. I just think he's
because I
afraid.
worked 88 hours. Because I had 88 hours. That
I
week.
know, and I texted him earlier. I know we're on the air, but I texted him earlier today, and I said, "So I'm at the district office this week." I said, "Because don't forget, I got Grandparents' Day at Central Park. I'm going to at 11:45. Well, it's at 12, but I'll leave quarter up to get there." And he's just like, "Go to Valley to Monday morning." So I'm like, "Now you know what I actually said? It's on the phone. Of course, I got to go there. Yeah, of course. That's whatever. I don't really want to be there, but I'll do it."
See, we talk about everything.
Yeah, we don't mince any word. And because he's not watching, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
And because this woman's not married, it doesn't matter either. She ain't watching.
But that's all I had on the Sixers. I do got
People like the way he had on here, folks.
Pennville's boys senior team baseball.
Right.
Played Pittman, lost 7-2.
Um,
I don't know what
are they good this year, or we don't know what?
Don't know.
Okay.
Jury still out.
I have to get a little more info on them during the next.
Let's try to get to a game, but working nights it's kind of hard.
Yeah, tough. It's tough being us, dude. I mean, we're popular. Tough to get around and stuff. Busy.
And Woodstown's tennis coach, I can't pronounce his last name. Stemberger is 250 wins, 93 losses in 17 seasons with the girls, and he's 50-27 with the boys.
Wow.
So he made he's
had quite
the other
career
weekend. He made 300th win.
Oh, cool. Very nice.
That's
300th overall win between girls and boys. Yeah, right.
So that's some local
stuff. A lot of times we'll get some more locals when we hear about it, or we bother to look it up or something like that.
I usually get the updates from that Riverview page.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I've seen it, but I don't go on.
But I don't get to
download anything or take anything off it. But so getting to one more of the professional sports that's playing right now in the world of National Hockey League, Alex Ovechkin has broken Wayne Gretzky's all-time scoring goals record for a career. He now has 895 goals in his career. Gretzky had 894. So hats off to Alex Ovechkin. I mean, I know nobody's watching there that knows us, but if we were the Kelseys, they'd be here and say, "Hey, it just said congratulations to him." But anyway, quite a feat. Adam and I, my son-in-law, today when I was over there at the house visiting, we talked about a lot of different things. Gretzky's still the great one. There'll never be anybody that he's got more records that people just don't. And Adam and I touched on a few. The assist record. Now I forget what it was. I think he has 1,900 and. Oh, wait a minute. Was it now? See if I can remember. 1963 might be 1,963 total assists in his career, and Ovechkin is like 1,200 and some away from that. And he'll never be. I don't think anybody will ever have that assist record. There are quite. Gretzky holds about 50 different or more, 50 different total hockey records. Whether it doesn't just have to be assist scoring, that he's got a ton of different. You name the record, and he's got a lot of them. So, but as far as the score, and we were also talking, now Ovechkin's only 5 goals away from 900. He'll probably get 900 for his career before he's done. I'm kind of thinking this is his last year. They will be in the playoffs, Washington Capitals. So, would it be nice for him to get it? These are regular season goals too. Now, if you look at goals that included the playoffs and Stanley Cups and stuff, when Gretzky's got more than him because Ovechkin's only has 1 Stanley Cup win title, and I think Adam, what did he say that? Is it 7? Oh, no, more than that, wasn't it? I think it was it 10. I can't remember that. Darn it, Adam, if you're watching, well, you can text in, but you text in. We never did go over our number this morning, but I think it's way more because, like I say, Obi's only got 1 Stanley Cup, and McBetcha had numerous amount of Stanley Cup wins. So he's got a lot more goals because he played in a lot more playoff games in that sense for that, for that record. But
Joy's chiming in. Hey, Joy, how you doing? She said Hamlin won the race today.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. I don't, not no disrespect to racing. I don't watch it as much anymore as it did. Racing's changed too much, and I really am one that does not like the format.
No.
It's a shame because I like the drivers. Don't get me wrong, just because of all the ones that I used to watch are gone doesn't mean I would. But the format of a NASCAR race, and even my son Adam was their whole family were big race car people. It's just nothing. It's
we
just,
would have Daytona 500 party.
I just don't like it. Yeah,
every year at my dad's house would be.
So hats off to Hamlin, but no, like I said, I don't. Yeah, I don't look forward to.
I don't like all that.
It's a NASCAR crap,
I forget how many. They do a certain amount of laps, and they take like a.
Yeah, it's stages. They have stage 1, stage 2, and the final win. You can either win one of the 2 stages, you can win the final. I just don't. The reason for that, and I know it, and here's what it is. That's to give more race car drivers in the circuit a chance to get points, to move into the point standings instead of just give them one guy all the points at the end of a win. Which it used to be like you got second, third, fourth, and all of them still got points. But now these guys can get stage points. They don't even have to win the race. They might win through the season, 20 different stages and never win a race and get a ton of points and be in the running in the end of the year.
I'll print it out for.
Yeah, right. I know we just don't focus on that. I'm not saying,
I look it up. I just never bring it up because we don't.
That's why I say I just don't, But thanks for telling us, Joyce.
My mom used to. Cool. My mom was really into NASCAR, like when Jeff Gordon was in it, and was the other guy took over for Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah.
And she liked them guys, and then when they got out, she got done.
And Jimmy won like 7 titles, I think, something like that. Jimmy Johnson, I think. I'm not sure if Gordon won 4 or 5. Now today, that's kind of weird. She said Hamlin won. When I had it on, which Adam was only flipping through, and we had it on for a little bit. At that point, they were in like a break time, whatever. Either it must have been, I don't know why they were not racing at the particular time, but William Byron, is it William Byron, number 24?
Yeah,
he had led at that point 138 laps. The entire race he'd led from that point, so he doesn't end up getting the win. That kind of sucks at that point, but I mean, probably still a lot more racing to go. And at that point, he had led every lap at that point. So, I'm exhausted already, Wayne.
Joy said she's an all sports kind of day. Byron took over for Gordon.
I'm an all sports kind of day, or did she mean a kind of lady? I don't know. I'm all sports. It's an all sports. I don't know. We're a little buffooned of what you wrote, so
we know it's him.
Byron took over for Gordon. Yes, I know that part. I'm just saying that he led a lot of laps today. But meant girl. Okay, well that's what we kind of thought you're an all sport kind of girl. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I can't say I am an all sport kind of guy because that's some stuff isn't your thing. It's not. My racing that I liked was back when Richard Petty ran, and I was a youngster, and back when Jeff Gordon first started out, and Dale Earnhardt was on the track back then, not junior, senior. And those kind of guys, that was when it was fun to watch, and when the format was different. It just doesn't hold my interest now. I just don't like it. We're all different. I just don't like it.
Yeah.
Like you.
Yeah.
Chiming in like you, Lippy. So, but it's a shame. I really would like to have done that Kentucky Derby at the Delaware track with you guys. That would have been fun. Maybe next
No,
year.
we got the
Next year.
we got the Preakness.
Yeah, we do
and
have a
the,
couple other.
Belmont.
If she's going to do any of them anywhere, or if they're going to go, watch whatever, we could always just go to a nice bar place there where they can put it on TV.
Okay.
And yeah, right, and watch the horse race. Tell them put the horse
I
race.
did have that.
Or
Remember,
anywhere.
I've been to Edge House twice. First time,
You did, yeah,
obviously,
a couple times.
it was just me and Tammy, and we were there, and they were just opening up. They didn't have a lot of food and all that.
Yeah, you never
And now-
go to a place when it's
yeah.
just open. So
Then we went the second time. It was pretty good. We got to sit when you walk in. They got the couches right there.
over there, yeah, I know
Yeah,
where you mean.
that's
Yeah,
where we were.
that's
sitting
cool.
at. I like that spot.
We were there last night for like 3 hours maybe or better. And it was a good crowd in there. They had a couple parties. They had some parties upstairs. It wasn't packed where you couldn't, sit, but we sat at the bar. And then there was only 2 seats. Ryan and Melissa got there after Brandon, Roy, and I got there because we all went out to the distillery and where you had went.
The
Dog and Ram. We went out there.
How'd you like?
It was not. I thought it was cool. They had a couple parties going on out there, so it was that area right by the bar was packed. It was lit. The tables that are run down here, and here's the bar back there. These were all filled with people. It was just
I'm glad to see that taking off. But we went. It was. There was a good crowd. But
And my nephew's food truck was out there. David Travis has his food
Oh,
truck.
so you get food trucks out there?
Yeah, he was parked right out. When you go out that back door, side off the back, or the bars, and you go out right there. He parks right there, so you can go right out, get your food, come right back in, sit at the table. And that's what we did. We got pulled pork, very
cool.
good. He's got a little shout out to my nephew. He's got a food truck business. Had it for a while. He's also got what is it? Creekside Pizza out in Cohansey, out near that way. I can't think. It's not Cohansey, but it's out that way. He's got a good little business going on. He's got good pulled pork. He's got good brisket.
Kim works with his wife.
Oh, okay. All right. There you go, Kim. I can't think of the name of his business though, and I should know.
She said LAC.
Maybe that's it. Could be that. Yeah. Maybe that's it.
She goes, I know Dave. I work with his wife.
Yeah. Well, Dave's my sister's son. And Renee's his sister.
Small world.
That's my nephew. That's my sister, Patricia.
Speaking of local businesses,
Look at that on there.
the 10th annual Nick Bowers run is at 9:00. Oh God, I forgot to put the dang on date down. Ain't that something?
Oh,
Just go to shipyard.com and they'll tell you when the date is.
over the top on this one. Also, we have the Pennsville Riverview Wine Fest coming up.
Yes.
At the end of the month. More towards the end of the month.
Yeah. Actually, it's on our page.
It's on our page. Everything we're saying, people, if you do watch us or don't watch us, or where do we find this crap at? You guys just talk about it, you don't know what you're talking about.
Like all the local
it's on our
stuff is
page.
on
It's
our
on the
page.
Dob And Wayno Show page. You can find everything there. Wayno's got everything listed. So check it out. But it's Wine Fest, a 2-day Wine Fest, a Saturday and a Sunday.
I didn't get to watch the whole thing, but I was working at the high school, so I caught the glimpse of the Pennsville Jazz Band.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, they good, man.
No.
They're good.
Oh, good. They're good. That's good to hear. Yeah.
And then I got to hear, I don't know what schools they were, but the bands that were there.
Her grandson plays in the jazz band for Pennsville.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Lucas.
They're good. They're good. What instrument?
He plays the.
Hey, Joy, what instrument?
Does he play the drums, Joy, or he plays guitar? I know he plays guitar. Lucas, yeah, whatever his name is.
Yeah, they were real good.
Anyhow, she must be eating dinner now.
But
sax and guitar, yes, okay. And I played sax while I was in high school. Alto sax.
I played trumpet.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we got a little musical thing going on around here.
What else?
Little music.
Well, we're gonna have a couple easy ups over by the band at the
Yeah, we'll be
wine
at the
thing.
Wine Fest. Anybody wants to stop over? Love Alive's playing on Saturday.
Yes, that's the band that you said
That's the
played.
band that plays a lot at different time, not every night, but plays a lot out at Engine House. And they play a lot of the music we listen to. They don't play like today's stuff. They play a lot of the, was it 80s, 90s maybe, and maybe early 2000s kind of music.
She said, I guess I know Dave too from Friendly Tavern.
Okay.
So I'm horrible when you have to see him. But he made a Caesar salad pizza, and it's the bomb.
How about that? Okay. Cool.
Greek Creek's Edge Pizza.
Creek's Edge Pizzeria. Creek's Edge Pizza, yes. That's right. That is it. So it's got the date. We got to say the date of it. Am I going to be right when I bring the date up for the wine fest?
So it's the 7th May
May
17th.
17th and 18th.
Yeah.
So
we'll be there the 7th.
Okay, we'll be there the 17th. So May 17th, we'll be set up over near where the band stage is, a little bit with an easy up. Anybody that from the group wants to come hang out. This is is this our 1 year anniversary?
Yes.
1 year anniversary. So we're nothing special, nothing fancy.
Just
we're not
going to
that
be
big.
there
We're not
hanging
that
out.
big yet.
And,
but we're just going to hang out, talk, chat, get a bottle of wine, sit around, drink, have some wine.
And we were going to have that cookout. Matter of fact, I keep calling Chrissy and tell her I don't need the hall.
Yeah, we're not going to do the cookout right now.
We're not going to do the cookout because we only had 3 at the Mother's Day weekend too, ain't it?
Yeah. No, that's the weekend before. That's the weekend before. The 11th, I think.
We only had 3 people that were locked in to going. So
yeah, we can't really start doing a lot of functions because people are just talking about, yeah, I'll come to your thing, and it's not going to happen for now for us. But
so
once we and we will get back into.
We'll do that. We can do that. We'll just go. We'll just say, hey, Dob And Wayno Show is going to meet up at Turnpike or the
right. We can still do that anytime. Turnpike, we'll get out there and kick it up a little bit. We like their food anyway. If we're going out there to have food.
Yeah.
What was he going to say now? Something came to mind. You sidetracked me.
That's what I do. You pancake.
That's what I do. Yeah, Wayno watched Draft Day for the first time. He's all excited, man. He likes some of the phrases in it. Things you remember from movies.
Right.
Stay with me on planet Earth.
Draft Day was a good movie. We're going to use this as our slogan. The pancake eating MF.
He loves that. Love that.
So, yeah, Kentucky Derby, May 3rd.
Kentucky Derby is May 3rd. I will be at the Phillies game that day, I was told. That is a birthday present ticket from friends of mine.
You ain't getting no pancakes there, I'll tell you that.
No.
But
that's a 6 o'clock game on a Saturday too.
And case go ahead.
I'm sure we'll slip over to the Xfinity when we're done, but I gotta watch. I can't drink as much as I used to, so I'm limited. Because of the Ozempic, I can't booze it up like I'm nuts. So that's okay. I've been doing really well. So I'm, like I said before, I'm down 13 pounds and I ain't holding it in no more, peeps. Looking like it does.
So this part from Mom, we talk about Mom a lot.
We are going to do that for a while. So, it's going to come up a lot.
But in case people that are listening or watch it later don't know that the Kentucky Derby, the Preakness, and the Belmont, if a horse wins all 3 of them races, it's considered winning the Triple Crown.
It's a Triple Crown winner, yes. We haven't had one since when? Did you look that up?
Yep.
The last one. Okay.
Since 1875, only 13 horses have accomplished this feat.
Yes.
The most recent Triple Crown winner was 2018. The horse's name was Justified.
Okay. Now I remember Secretariat.
Yes,
I think there was one. Affirm. Affirm was another one.
Yes.
These are a couple different ones that I remember back. These were back in the day. Either I was in high school or just out. I might have been out of high school married, or just early. That had to be in the mid to late 70s. What I'm talking about.
And just some other facts for it. The Belmont is the longest of the races. That's 1.5 miles.
Yes, that is the longer of the 3.
The Kentucky Derby is 1.25 miles.
Second longest, and then what's the Preakness?
Preakness is 1 and 3/16.
So that's the shortest one.
Yeah.
That's right.
So we're getting there now and all this.
Yeah, these are little things. I mean, I always kind of followed along with it, not serious, like
Yeah, I
like your
didn't.
mom and Jimmy
Yeah, I
was
never
serious
did it like that.
horse people. They know all the different things. They know wins and how you get in, and how. Remember, we asked her about that. How do they get qualified? And they get points
Oh,
for running the other races.
yeah, I got to look into that more.
You do. I've heard that once already, and then
Well,
I'm not gonna hear it again. What? What?
Mom brought some of that. Was going to get into that with us.
We were going to talk to. Yeah, I know.
She texts again.
He's telling you that Lucas was the blonde
Okay.
solos there, where if you saw it.
Yeah, the solos were there.
Right.
But
Cool. I've heard him play guitar before in the high school auditorium or one of the concerts or something or whatever. We were there. He played, and he's good. He's very good musician.
Joy, did you go Friday night? I didn't see her unfortunately.
Right. Let's say. Did you go Friday night, Joy? Yes, she was there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You can't say hi?
She probably didn't see. Was there a lot of people there?
Yeah,
It was crowded.
it
That's
was
kind. It's hard for everybody to see everybody here. But anyway.
So we're stuck with the Florida Gators in Houston.
So yeah, we mentioned that Duke lost last night to Houston. I watched that at the Engine House, and very disappointing for me because I had Duke winning it all.
I did
from
too.
the very beginning of the season. I picked mine in the beginning. I don't wait till it gets to the
see, I
Sweet 16 or
I
whatever.
want Duke to win every year because that's my team.
Well, that's mine. I told you
Right.
that too. You go,
Yeah.
I didn't know that a long
I
time
don't
ago because
even
I
know.
never knew that. I'm like, oh my God, Wayne, I've been following Duke since high school. So literally since high school, I've been a Dookie in that way. I don't go around buying the hats and clothes and shirts and rah rah and all that crap. But I do like. I think I had a Duke hat at one time. Don't know what I did with it, but that was back too when I was in high school. I probably had. I was a Coach K guy. Well, Coach K always had good teams. If they didn't win, they were always in the tournament. They were always pushing to get into the Final Four. Them in North Carolina back in the day. Now North Carolina has had their program has struggled over the years recently. But the good teams were always back then: Kansas, UCLA, Duke, Stanford, North Carolina, some of the other USC. There was a lot of good ones that were still good college teams that BYU even back then. But this is back then. This is
it's okay, Joy.
30 years ago.
Apology accepted.
It's okay, and it's not accepted. Florida really needs to watch out for Houston. They do. I mean, because Houston's the sleeper now of the 4 teams that was in it, and they were all number ones. Yep. Okay, which is that's rare. That's a rare thing. We mentioned that. Houston would be the sleeper out of the 4 that were in it that still left. Again, Houston and Florida. Florida's going to be the favorite to me. Houston's going to be the underdog a little bit, but you got to watch their defense. They took Duke out of their game last night. In this, the first half it was touch and go. Then Duke got the lead, and early in the second half, and then maybe halfway through the second half, it looked like Duke was going to win it. They were hanging on at 9 points or something, and then, like Wayne said, he went to either something bathroom or whatever he said, and came back. What happened?
Oh, we left Alan.
Oh, you left Alan Hellens. You left some friend's house. He got home. He's looked at turned TV on. What happened? And I'm telling you, I watched what happened.
It's crazy.
It just folded, and Houston wanted it more.
The last time all number ones made the Final Four was in 2008. This was also the first time since
2008. So
since seeding
17
started
years.
in 1979.
Okay.
The first teams were to ever do it was North Carolina, Kansas, Memphis, and UCLA. And Kansas beat Memphis in overtime.
Kansas always had a good team. They did. Back in the day, were really always one of the Final Four all the time.
And the Wings?
The Wings?
They stink, dude.
I ain't watching the Wings. No wingies.
They were 5-10. They played Saturday. I don't know if they won or lost or not, but the way they've been playing, they probably lost.
So yeah, I really want Florida to win in a way. I will push for Florida. I don't know much about Houston, but I did play Florida more throughout the basketball season. So we'll see. It will be. It should be a good game. Last night was a good game. I mean,
Yeah,
it could have went
it
either
was
way.
good.
If
It was back
Connor,
and
if
forth all
Flagger
night.
had made a couple at the end, near the end, even then, when the pressure was on and stuff, and they didn't kind of lose the ball and get it taken away or something. That's the stuff that's defense wins games. Wins,
Yeah.
defense wins championships. So that's how that phrase goes. Offense wins games. Defense wins championships. Always remember that. That's in football. They mostly say that, but you can use it in any sport because it fits. If this comes down to a close game, what is it? Whenever they play, what they play Monday
think
night. When
Monday
is the
night.
game? Monday.
Monday
It's
night.
Monday night, I think. Then you're going to see whoever is defensively more sound and gets the ball and holds that. That's going to win the championship defense. Now, can it be won in the last seconds? Yeah, a bomber, a half court shot, boom, swish, time runs out, win by 1 point. Yes, it can happen. But the defense is what got you there. That you can. What's why wins? What won us the Super Bowl? Literally, was it just the 40 points we put up, or was it the idea that we shut Kansas City down completely? So that's to me. You didn't get to that Super Bowl without that defense on the Eagles.
Right.
It didn't happen. Yes, Hurts was good. Everything looked fine. We put up the points. We smoked them, but defense still wins championship games, and we had a great defense. We got to Mahomes, and that's all I cared about. I was really happy for that.
He was crying.
And Cooper DeJean did his job, and Jalen what's his name? Jax Hunt, Jalen
Hunt.
It's Jaden Hunt or Jax Hunt. Jalix. Weird. Us and names. Jalix Hunt.
Speaking of the Eagles,
I can't wait for draft day.
I can't.
I'm so pumped, really. I don't know why. I'm just excited this year.
Speaking of that,
Yes.
the Eagles. Jeff, how much do you remember how much Jeff Lurie bought the Eagles for?
I did, and I saw that. Look, I didn't look it up, but I saw it. No,
185 million.
Okay.
The Eagles now worth.
Yeah.
How much you think they're worth now?
Something billion.
Yeah,
it's in the billions.
$6.75 billion.
Right. I mean,
so if we wanted to buy the Eagles, we'd have to give him like $7 billion to buy.
And can you imagine if he wants to sell and just say, "I'm done with the team," and how he goes from being a millionaire to a billionaire? In a sense, I mean, he might even be. I don't know. He's Laurie. He always had stuff to do with movies and all that kind of stuff in the past. That's how he got his money, was through the
net worth of
movie world, the
Jeff
world of California, LA, and all that crap. But, we could touch on somebody that passed away. That was last week or so. Val Kilmer. Remember Val Kilmer from Top Gun? Remember him?
Oh yes.
Tombstone.
Yep.
He was Doc Holliday in Tombstone. He was in, what's his name? Ice in Top Gun. He passed away had two complications going. Really, he had throat cancer for a while, but then he died of pneumonia from, I don't know, was it? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
He had been battling the throat or nose cancer, whatever it was.
He didn't look too good
for a long time.
He didn't look too good in Maverick either.
No, and that scene you see them doing is kind of like, his health was bad, so I kind of think they wanted him put in that position where those two hugged. And remember when they parted, when they pulled away from each other, Ice said to Maverick, "So who really is the best pilot?" And he goes, Maverick looks at him and says, "Don't ruin a good moment. Don't ruin a good moment." And they hugged again. And when Maverick said that, right when they were going to come back together for a hug, Maverick went like this. He kind of had that grin, almost like that was a blooper. Almost like he shouldn't have. I shouldn't have laughed. I thought he was going to be serious the whole time ago. But he gave that snicker, like, I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm laughing because he knew probably he wanted to be the best. But he just said, "Don't ruin a good moment. Please don't ruin a good moment." Well, a good moment or something moment.
They're supposed to be coming out with another one now.
Are they?
Yeah.
Well, they have a second one. There's not. They already have a second Maverick out. You haven't seen that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got to see the second one, dude. That's out there. I thought you meant a third one. No, it's out. It came out. It got Maverick going into the young guys when they're at a bar or something. They actually open the door and throw him out because he's an old timer, and he flies with them and has to do some mission, and he ends up being the hero for the mission before the time runs out. You got You'd have to look it up. I don't know. Either it's called Maverick, or it's not Top Gun, or it's called Maverick or something. I forget what the name of it. Joy, what's the name of the second Top Gun movie that they made? Was it called Maverick?
Yeah, Maverick.
So it's already
They're
been
coming out
out.
with a third one.
They're coming out with a third, but you
Yeah.
haven't seen the second though. You just said.
Yeah, I did see the
Yeah,
second.
well, you weren't saying anything while I was talking the whole time. You could have said, "I've already saw that one. I'm not talking about that." I didn't know they were coming out
Yeah.
with a third. That's why I said all I did.
That's what I was
Because I
saying.
thought you hadn't. I thought you didn't.
No.
You know, but whatever.
She said,
Yes, they're coming out with a
Yeah.
third. Is that so? That's you heard that they're coming out with a third movie. Then you said yes, yeah, yeah. So I didn't know that part. I just thought you meant the second.
I just saw the trailer, not the trailer, but
You
the
can't give
talking
somebody a
about it.
dumbfounded look when they're saying something. You gotta look and say, "No, I've already seen that one." But
Might want to go back and watch the video.
you kind of let me just burp. No, all right, Keith, whatever. Well, I don't mean that. Thank you, and have a great night. No, is that it on our list? We're just
No,
messing people. We're just busting on each other, so it's nothing new, nothing different.
No, I just said
I'm feeling hungry because I'm skinny.
they're really talking about the damn tush push, trying to ban.
Yes, we talk about there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 different bans that teams are pushing, or not bans. I'm sorry, let me get that. 5 or 6 different changes in the NFL rulings for next year to happen, and the tush push is one of them to be banned, and yet it's not. It still hasn't.
Yeah, it
been.
hasn't been
It
banned.
hasn't been approved. I personally don't think it will. Obviously, I personally don't want it to be, but I personally don't think they'll get this. I think I've heard more of some of the other teams and saying this is ridiculous. It's blah blah blah. Than I have the ones that are. There are some. I don't know how many that are against it.
Yeah, they interviewed the Lions coach, head coach,
Yes,
and they asked him about it, and he goes, I think they should keep it in there. He says they perfected it, and
yeah, he had a couple things to say on the positive side, like, "Hey, leave it alone. Don't
yeah, we just
one
got
of
to
the
find a way to stop it.
one of the things that will be changed is the chain gang thing. What do you call that? The marker stick, the sticks.
Yeah,
They're not going to use. They're going to have them as backup, but they're going to use a laser light. They're going to have a laser light that goes down wherever that ball thing was. At, they're going to put the laser light. If it's supposed to be over here on the sideline, that light goes across. They'll see it. So if the nose of the ball is past it, they'll know whether it's a first down, whether it's still a fourth down, whether it's a. So they will have the chains behind that as a backup. The way I understand this, but the chains won't be the thing to bring out to the field. They'll bring a laser light out, put it on the field back where they started, and they'll point it down, and it's got to go down. So the ball's either got to go past it or like that, whatever. That's one of the ones I remembered seeing. There are other things. There's something about I don't know if this one got shot down about the two teams in overtime have to touch the ball. Something that I thought they already did, but it's something that said both teams have to get the ball in overtime or something. I forget how that was. So what's or who knows? That's Kim. He does that a lot. Fuck are they doing? What's he doing? Al Bass, what's that? If they ban the tush push, then they'll have to get rid of quarterback sneak. Same thing, just word. Nah, not really, Al. Sorry. They're getting quarterback sneak will still be the push is you got two guys on each side of you behind you pushing you through, literally touching the guy. So quarterback sneak will always be there. That won't get banned. That's not. I know that for a fact. Not to argue with you, but the tush push has to do with ready, set, hike, and the two guys come right behind Hurts and just shove and keep pushing and all of that. Other than that, the guys behind him wouldn't be able to touch him. It would be a quarterback sneak. You hike, he just puts his head down and pushes forward by himself. So I just think they don't. They keep the teams that keep saying it's injury. Somebody's going to get hurt. Somebody's going. How are they getting hurt?
Saying it right now is the Bills, and he tried it 3 times in the championship game against Kansas City, and they failed at it. That's why.
How are you getting hurt when the biggest guys are up front and pushing each other this way, and the other guys are coming through? Even if you're pushing, where are you getting hurt at?
Right.
And you know what? Where you're going to get hurt with that guy? Who was it? When correct or not correct me, but you know the play. Was it the guy on the Washington Commanders that kept flying over the thing into the backfield? Was it that idiot? Because that either he's going to get hurt or he's going to fly over and hit somebody, and he's going to get hurt before the play even starts. That he did that 4 times or 5 times before the ref said, Well, they did something and they automatically whatever. I forget how that went now. That whole thing. There's something happened out of
They would
that
give
play.
they would give them they would give the Eagles a score
Oh.
if
But then didn't he automatically move it again forward? He penalized him, so he automatically moved the ball a little more towards the goal line. Because I know we weren't right on the goal line,
Yeah,
but
I
we were
can't-
close.
yeah.
But something happened. He kept doing that. As soon as they lined up, he just went a flying over.
Yep.
And then boom. But anywho, or I think we're gonna have to keep like an hour and 15-minute show. Because we do like that. Okay, that's fine.
Seems like we pick
I don't
up
want to
at
do it too, because I think sometimes we're like, we're lost. Well, tonight we're not lost because we are talking about a lot of things, but there are a lot of other rule changes that they want to do. I'll get a little bit better on knowing what it is for next week's show. I will have it on a paper
we
myself.
should be able to Google that up. Right?
Yeah, we can. No, we don't have to do it like tonight. We're all right. But I know they wanted to ban that. The laser beam's going to be for the first down. There's something to do with both teams have to get the ball in overtime instead of first one flip touches the other one either doesn't have to and the first point's kicked. Remember before now, it's not going to be that way. Like where the second team can just kick the field goal and be done with it or something. I forget. So I say I don't know enough. I know what I'm saying, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying.
Also heard that if the game can be won, might be able to be won. They're still in discussion about it, that if the defense scores,
Right.
like if they pick up a fumble or an interception, they run it back for a touchdown, then the game's over.
Oh, okay. And
If the defense scores,
Kimberly said the face. What's she mean? She said that when she said he does that a lot, and now she said the face. What's that mean? Do you make a face a lot? That she saw?
no.
What are you talking about, Kimmy?
What are you talking about, Willis?
What are you talking about, Willis?
That's all I got.
Well, that's cool. That's all. And in my head, that's all I got. But the Gretzky's record being broke by Ovi, Ovechkin did it in 1,497 games, the same amount of games Gretzky had for the one goal less. So in other words, 895, 1,497 games he did it in, and Gretzky did 894 in 1,497. That's how close they were in games that they. But there's still a ton of other records that Gretzky has that they'll never be broken, especially the assists. The assist record will never come apart. You'll never see that. So.
It's Kim.
There's Kimberly now. She goes, when you were talking about Maverick. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. Thank you. It's all right. So I made the face that he makes.
Hello?
Talking. It's like, just say I saw that movie. You do that face all the time.
You? Or me? Was it
Wayne
Wayne?
does.
Oh, Wayne does. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. I get where she's at. I was lost for a minute. I'm like, what's she talking about? We're talking about Willis. But no, you're right. He will make that. Yeah, I thought he meant. Huh?
Talking about Willis.
Yeah. I thought he meant the second move, and he's looking.
Toby just texted me. She says they have no clue.
No, I did when you said the face. I'm like, what? Is Wayne making a funny face or something? What'd you do? And he goes, I don't know. I don't know what I did, but anyway, well, thank you for clarifying that for us. So I knew what he was doing. Now,
You're welcome.
All right.
Yeah, I got to log on to work, catch up meals.
All right.
Love you. Talk to you later.
Love you back.
Yep.
Love you back.
Bye bye. That's cool. So we know what we're talking about. That. So a third, you did.
See, that's what we need. We need more people calling.
We do. Calling in's better. We do like the call-ins. People say
We never gave the number out.
we didn't give the number out this week. We'll give the number.
We're gonna spray paint it on the wall.
We're a little overwhelmed tonight because I don't know why. We're just overwhelmed. Who knows? We got to make these things an hour because I think we get giddy and goofy and get into too many directions after.
We'll get too tired.
Well, we already said that. We get a little punchy, but it's good. Everybody, good. The ones that logged in, text us. It's fine. It's cool. Hopefully we'll
eventually we'll be moving to days, right? Mornings on Sunday.
Yeah, we're going to try to.
When the boilers get
yes. When boilers are shut down, we'll probably be doing Sunday mornings because Sunday nights is kind of, we're spending time with families, and to do this for an hour at this time, hanging out with the grandkids is a little more
More
it's important for us, and we were tearing ourselves away a little bit from that. Not that boo hoo. So I don't hear that.
I don't know if you know
But
somebody
no, that was in draft day. Do you remember when the guy that he made the coach, and he said told him that what's his name lost his mother? He goes, boo hoo. What are we supposed to do? I thought, man, that's cold. Guy just lost his sister, and he's like, boo hoo, whatever. He was funny because I quit. He says I'm not going to coach a team that has no future. Then when he comes back, what's his name said, give me 5 minutes and don't quit. And after 5 minutes, if you don't like what you see and you don't think this team's going to, then quit. He goes, give me 5 minutes. Comes back. Does this sound like a team you can coach? Coach, I can coach this team. I can coach this team. He says, well, go call Ray Jennings and tell him he's going to be a Cleveland Red. I know that movie almost as much as I know Shawshank Redemption, and I know that I've watched that probably 50 times more than this one. So, but anyway, all right. Well, we've had fun. We're glad you watched. Tune in next week, same time, same station. For now, we will be going to Sunday mornings when we can, when the borders are off, which is probably about 2 more weeks.
Hopefully,
I would say hopefully, yes. I'm not. I don't quote me on that. I'm just going by personal weather type. When they get to a certain point, we can shut them off. We don't have to be, worried about that. Wayno doesn't have to worry about the borders. So we will do a Sunday morning. I'm thinking maybe 10 o'clock, get people to get up, either 9 or 10 o'clock. You want to catch them before they get out the door. So, before they got to start doing things. So, I remember, what did we do before? Do you remember? Was it 9 to 11 before? That's why we did 2 hours, but we'll be doing one out.
I think I can't remember.
Either 9 or 10 o'clock. Yeah. Would like to get what's her name back in with the food.
Oh, I'm gonna have to.
We got to get back in doing this with Annette McGraw and Blessed Kitchen. So we will. We've had a lot to say. I'll tell you, it's not like we're just sitting here dumbfounded and looking at each other.
Yep.
We do know how to chat it up. Thank you very much. I always was good at yip yapping a little bit. Only after I got out of high school. During high school, I would have been like this. You'd be like, well, what happened? What got into your ass and got you moving? All right.
Ass.
I'm allowed to say ass.
All right. We're gonna shut her down.
We're gonna shut her down, but thanks for everybody dogging in. We had Joy, we had Kimberly, we had Al, Mr. Al Bass Jr. So everybody, comments here and there. Next week you can call in, comment, text. We'll give the number out next week. Give us a call on the phone. We heard from Kim. So.
All right,
folks.
So we're out.
We will see you next week.
Peace.
Peace.